I think I'm live. Um, Hello everybody. Can you hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Let me check Twitter. Good day, everyone. One second, guys. Let me make sure this is on. Yep. Okay. You can hear me. Hello everybody. I am in the best mood today because our EP "Lock Me Up" comes out tomorrow or midnight. So actually, kind of in a few hours. We've been working on this for about a year and a half. Some songs, multiple years. So I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. Whenever you put out new work and new art, it's pretty revealing and intimidating, and you feel kind of naked. But I guess being naked's awesome. So let's answer some questions from you guys. Let's see. Um, what is my favorite song on the EP? That's always nearly impossible to answer because you like songs for different reasons. Numbers has deep sentimental value to me. It's about a like specific moment. I remember the exact moment I came up with it. Came up with the words, and the story means a lot to me. Um, Stand Up means a lot. It's probably my favorite lyrically because um, I don't know. It just speaks to a lot of stuff that the band and I have gone through the past few years, as far as leaving the record label, kind of doing stuff independently, um, and just like the fight we had to deal with, and kind of the mindset that we had to have in those times and those situations. So lyric, that's my favorite, and These Are the Lies also. I love that song. The bridge, when the bridge comes, it's my favorite thing in the entire world. Mm, let's answer this one. How is it working with the new label and everything? Different, harder? Did they give you creative freedom on the EP album? This is from Joe. Joe, this time around with the record label has been a million times better. The reason we signed with Universal Republic was because they believed in us, and the people that we signed with, our A&R, Christina, Rob, they were fans of the Cab before they signed us. So even when we were with Fuel by Ramen and Atlantic, they were Cab fans. So I think whenever you sign to a record label or when you surround yourself with people, you have to surround yourself with people who believe and who care as much as you do. And I don't think that was the case the first time around with our label a few years back. So it's been very refreshing, just being surrounded by people who really care and really believe in the songs and in the band as much as we do and as much as you guys do, because it's important not to cheat yourselves, and it's really important to us not to cheat you guys. So that's why we put ourselves in the situation, and we're really happy, and we're looking forward to getting the music out and seeing where it goes from there. All right, this question is from Sarah Olson. Over the past 7 years, seeing the Cab a few times, I've had some of the best memories. What is your favorite memory since becoming a band? Oh my God. So many memories. Probably, probably one of the Maroon 5 shows. Probably Seoul, South Korea. I think there was like 50,000 people or something like that. Staples Center on the Rock Band tour was a pretty good moment for us. Um, there's so many. We've been, some of the best moments for us have been the small shows, playing places like Boston or, I mean, Omaha or Orlando, like places with really insane crowds where we just have a great time and we have the interaction with the crowd and the fans, and those, also stick out to me just as much as the big shows. 1 second. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's so many questions. 1 second. Um, what took so long for new music? I'm not complaining. You're kind of complaining. I'm super stoked, but it took a while. We got this a lot, this question, and I think the music took so long because we care, for lack of a better response. A lot of bands just put out music every few months or every few weeks. It's like they write a song, they record it, and they release it. And I don't really believe in that because we write hundreds of songs, and if we released every single one of them, it would just get watered down. And I would rather write 100 songs and pick the 10 great ones, because out of 100 songs, you're not going to get 100 great songs. Um, you have to kind of be inspired, and you have to write, and you have to make mistakes, and you have to learn from them, and kind of grow as a writer. And that's what we do. I'd rather release an album that I think is great, that I'm really proud of every few years, than release something that I think is mediocre, because I don't really believe in being okay with mediocrity, with being content. I want to be excited, and I want to be inspired, and I want to be happy, and I want to give you guys something that has my stamp of approval, and give you guys something that I believe in, because if I don't believe in it, then I don't know how I would, expect you guys to believe in it. That's why it takes a long time. Um, what is your favorite tattoo that you have? I have so many now. It kind of changes all the time. Um, I really like the ship right now. I really like this guy. All my tattoos are done by this guy named Maxime. He goes by MXM. He's out of, I think he's originally from Switzerland, but he works out of East London and kind of travels a lot. I really like his style. It's kind of old school, traditional, with kind of dot shading and kind of wood line work. Yeah, dig it. Let's see what else you guys got. Is there going to be a full album and tour following the EP? From Alyssa Marino. Of course, there's going to be tours, a lot of tours. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be an album. We just know you guys have been waiting a long time, so we decided to give you guys some of our favorite songs now, and then release the rest later. But I'm really excited about the songs that are coming next, and I'm also really excited about the songs coming now. I already know a few of them that are going to be on the album, and we couldn't be more excited. This is definitely, I think, the best stuff we've ever done, and this is the happiest we've ever been, the most inspired we've ever been. And to be honest, I think when we recorded Whisper War, I mean, we were really green. I was 17 years old. The other guys were 17, 18 years old, and we didn't know what we were doing. And that was kind of what was really amazing about it, but that, also was kind of terrifying. And looking back, we could have done stuff differently, and I think we should have made a few different, choices could have been made. Better choices could have been made. Let's just say that. But now I think we're ready. We know who we are. I know who I am as a writer and as a frontman, as a singer, and I feel like we're finally ready to do what we've always wanted to do. How does this album compare to Symphony Soldier or Whisper War? Um, I think there are a lot of similarities and differences. Um, I heard a quote once that it's like we're people and we're human as an artist, and people grow, and you can't expect an artist to create the same album over and over again because that wouldn't be very human of us. We have to grow, we have to change and evolve and adapt. That's what we do instinctually, and so I think this album is a natural progression, 110%. It still, takes these R&B smooth elements that we've always kind of had. It takes the grit and the edge that I think the Cab has always had. But to me, it's a little more focused. I think the songwriting has gotten a little better. It's not as chaotic. It's more harnessed. We know, I think we're better equipped. We know when to bring the chaos, when to lay back. Experimented with production a little bit. Vocally, I feel like every album my voice has been a little bit different. I wanted to go for a little more grit this time around. So I wanted to be more real. But I'm really happy with it. We love every album equally. It's just a different chapter in our lives and in our career. So looking back at Whisper War, I'm still just as proud of it as I was April 29th, 2008, or Symphony Soldier a few years back. I love those albums. They're very different, and this album is very different, and our next album will be very different. And I love when artists that I listen to grow and evolve, because I feel like I grow and evolve with them, and I feel like I'm on that journey with them, and I think that's one of the reasons why music is so powerful. It's not just music. It's not just you're not just listening to notes or chords. You're on a journey, and it makes you feel. Every song can make you feel something different, and the same song can make 100 different people feel 100 different ways. And to me, that's the closest thing to magic that exists. Favorite new lyric that you've written? Callie Johnson. I think my favorite lyric on the EP would be "Sanity is suicide and crazy are the legends," because, like I said a little bit earlier, being normal is boring, and I think the Cab and what we've always stood for is being the black sheep and being okay with being different and with being weird and not wanting to be like everyone else. Because I think to be alive and to find your way in life, you have to kind of live the way you want to live, without those boundaries or the four walls around you. So that's definitely my favorite lyric, because it's something that I live by every day, and something that I feel that a lot of our fans can relate to as well. This is from Stephanie Frosch. Do you feel growing as an artist has helped you grow as a person, or has growing as a person helped you grow as an artist? That's a good question. I feel like both. I feel like when you grow as an artist, you're kind of forced to grow up as a person. I mean, I was forced to go on the road at 17, 18 years old. I toured for 6 years straight, and that kind of forced me to grow up really fast, and it forced me to have to look in the mirror and ask myself who I was and who I wanted to be, and if I was strong enough to do that, if I was capable enough to do that. I had a lot to prove to myself. And on the other end of it, I think growing as a person helps you grow as an artist, because the more you discover who you are, the more secure you are in your own head and in your own heart. It's easier to write songs about that, and it's easier to just let loose, let that out. Because I feel like the more you live and the happier you are, or the more you feel, the better the songs are. So it's a pretty incredible double-edged sword. This one is from Taylor Montgomery. Oh, I like Taylor. Um, I know you have lots and lots of fans that have your lyrics tattooed on them. What was your reaction the first time you saw someone with a tattoo like that? Um, Seeing people with cab tattoos, I think the first time I saw someone with a cab tattoo was probably the most flattered I'd ever been. The fact that something that meant so much to me and something that came from in here, is now permanently put on someone's skin for the rest of their life, that it meant that much to them, means more to me than I could ever describe. And I know it means equally as much to everyone in the band. And that's the reason we do what we do, to inspire and to provoke feeling in listeners. And as an artist, you kind of write these songs, and you're scared to release them because you don't know if people feel the same way. You hope they do, and you hope the songs can make some sort of impact. And then, when you see that it does make an impact, and when you see that on someone's skin, it's a pretty surreal feeling, and it means a lot to us. Mm, what else do you guys got? This is from Reject. It's not a question, but I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for all of us. All that you do and all that you have done has had such a huge impact. I adore you with all my heart, and I'll never stop supporting you all. Um, again, I can't put into words how thankful we are. We started this band in high school, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't want to be a lead singer, to be honest. I was a guitar player, a really a really bad guitar player. Um, and somehow, because of you guys supporting me and pushing me to believe in myself, has put me in the position that I am, and has put the rest of the guys in the position that they're in. And for the rest of our lives, we won't be able to repay you for that. And I just hope you guys understand that you guys have the power, to make dreams come true, and you have made dreams come true. And we're just people like you guys, and for us to be on stage, um, it means nothing. Like, we're all people, and we're here because of you guys, and we know that, and we'll never take that for granted. And we, you know, are so thankful every single day that we have the opportunity to do what we love, because people like you come to shows, and you wait outside in the rain, and you stay up all night waiting for the songs to come out so you can buy them, or you write us letters, or you make us bracelets or necklaces. Everything that you guys do is noticed, and we see every single one of you, whether you think so or not. And there's not any specific person that means more than the next. The Cab and the Cab fans are all one big family to us, and we don't look at the people listening to our music as fans. We look at them as family, because we wouldn't be there without them. And to be honest, I'm closer with some of our fans than I am with some of my family. So you guys mean more to me than I could ever say. So thank you for that message. Will the title of the album be alliterative and continue with the war theme you guys have going on? Haha, Kaylee Navarra. I can't talk about the album title, but yeah. Let's see. Sorry, guys, going through these questions. Oh, I wanted to answer that one. Where to go? Where to go? Has traveling and seeing new places influenced the majority of the album? Um, it's crazy that you asked that. I mean, one of the songs was written in Chicago. One of the songs was written in Italy. Stand Up was written in London. Moon was written in London. Um, these songs, I think the first two albums mostly were written, in Vegas and LA. And these songs specifically um, were written in very foreign places to me. And I don't know why, but as weird as it is, I feel more at home when I'm away from home than I do, when I'm actually at my place. I like being lost. To me, being lost, I feel found. So I write the best and I'm the happiest when I'm in a strange place. And if I'm in Italy, taking a train from Florence to Rome, that's where I, have the most time to be myself and to organically kind of pick through my own brain. So yeah, so being overseas and giving myself the opportunity to get inside my own head is definitely a place where I write the best songs. This is from Taryn Williams. How much am I going to have to pay you to put out Symphony Soldier on vinyl, please? I was actually just talking about this with my manager. Um, we're really going to try to put Symphony Soldier on vinyl at some point, and hopefully this new record. So that is definitely something that I want to make happen in the nearby future. This is a popular question. Alex Silverstein. First, you have an amazing first name. I know past members have come and gone. How do you make these transitions effective? Um, I think the important thing. Uh-oh, hold on. I think the important thing about being in a band and being an artist is always doing um, what's best for the music and what's best for the fans. And you know, at all times and at all points, the people should be inspired and the people should be working towards a common goal. And that's when things work really well, and that's when you kind of get gold, when you find gold. Um, and sometimes people's hearts are different places, or people grow and change and they do their own things, or maybe their heart's not in it anymore. Um, all I can do is be myself and create the art um, that I believe in and that you guys deserve. And everything that I've ever done has has been for the fans, bar none. So, sometimes, hard decisions are made or things happen, and all I can do is in those situations is think about you guys and think about, what's best for the cab. And, you know, I've never given up because I don't believe in giving up. And, the cab and our fans were soldiers, and we'll fight through it. And there's nothing that can happen um, that's going to stop or slow it down. And I know things have been hard sometimes, and certain situations have been tough, but I don't believe that there's any situation that we can't get through together. We will do a few more, maybe three more. Um, this one is from Nicole Ashley. What has been the hardest part of being away from touring for so long? Is it difficult to be away from fans and performing for that long? Also, thank you for everything because you and your music help me every day. Love you. I love you too. I think that being away from tour, I mean, it was bittersweet. One, it was really nice to kind of live a normal life for a second. That was, I mean, we were working obviously every day, writing music every day, thinking about the band and the songs and everything every day. But it was nice to be home and to live a normal life because we hadn't done that in 6 years. So for us to kind of do that really inspired us to make this album, which I couldn't be more proud of. And being home, the sad part is when you're home, you kind of the roots grow, and you start having these daily routines. And when you go back on tour, you kind of rip them out of the ground. and that's definitely tough because you miss your friends and your family and everyday life. But at the same time, I could not be more ready to go on tour. I know the guys have been itching because we do miss you guys. We miss being on stage. Um, we miss hearing you guys sing the words back to us from the crowd. We miss hanging after shows with you guys. Um, and I just miss traveling. I miss being out there. So now that the new music's done, I can't wait to get on the road. It's time, and we are very ready. Let's see, maybe two more. Hmm. Has any other band or artist inspired you like you inspire all of us? This is from Aaron Claire Anderson. Yeah, I mean, tons of artists and bands have inspired me. Um, AFI, Davey Havok, the singer of AFI, was one of the first people that inspired me to be a frontman. Um, when I saw him on stage and when I saw how he worked with the crowd and the connection he had with his fans, it really it gave me this sense of unity with other people in the crowd, and I never felt that at a concert before. Um, and you could just see how much he meant to the people in the crowd, to those kids, and you could see how much they meant to him. And that was one of the things that really made me want to lead and be a singer in a band, to be in a band at all on stage. Um, Michael Jackson inspires me every day. Justin Timberlake has been a huge influence on me vocally and songwriting. I really look up to him and everywhere. He's a great, genuine guy. Um, his voice is flawless. He's one of the hardest workers in the industry. He's a great businessman. Sinatra. These are all people that have really inspired me. All right, one more. Let's find one more about this EP. Let's see. Um, I'm trying to find a good one since this is the last one. What is your favorite food? Can you see the rest of your room? Okay, here's the last one. This is an interesting question. This is from Lindsay Singer. Is it okay to interpret your music different from the main meaning you wrote the songs for? By the way, I'm one of the twins from LMU you FaceTimed. I actually remember that, so it's good to talk to you and to hear from you. Um, yes, it's okay to interpret our music in any way you want. That's the beauty of music. You can like it, you can hate it. I mean, it's just an art form, and it's just a part of us. Our music is just taking pieces of us and then just throwing them out there, and seeing, like I said, if people relate. So if you listen to a song and it makes you feel happiness, that's amazing. If you listen to a song and it makes you sad, that's also amazing, because I feel like um, all emotions are equally as important. It's just the fact that you're able to feel something. If it's a strong feeling, if we can provoke feeling and inspire, that's all that we care about. So we just want people to enjoy the music and for it to hit them, and we just appreciate people giving our songs a chance. And if they take the time to listen to our music and the stuff that we took so long to create and we put so much into, that means the world to us. So you can take our songs and it can mean something to me, it can mean something to the other guys, but it is completely up to you, and it's your freedom and it's your right to kind of get and take whatever you want from music. And that's one of the best things and best parts of music in life. So thank you guys. Lock Me Up EP comes out, I mean, probably at midnight Eastern time, right? I think it's already out some places in the world, which is insane. This feels like the longest time coming ever. I know we just dropped it on you fast. Um, I just want to say thank you one more time to everyone. I read every single tweet, every single comment on Instagram, Facebook, and the fact that you guys are so excited and the fact that you guys have been liking what you're hearing and seeing makes me more excited probably than I've ever been to release anything. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the other guys wanted to be here, but they drove from Vegas and traffic didn't feel like being their friend today. It's kind of a long drive. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Twitter probably nonstop until the album comes out and after the album comes out. So if you have any more questions for me, feel free to ask. And definitely, get the album when it comes out. I know the Cab's gonna follow people that change their icon to the EP art. We have a lot of special things coming up tomorrow and the next day, and we have a lot of surprises. So, listen to Lock Me Up. Hope you guys like it. I love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.